Welcome back to the news at 10. It is a new dawn for telecommunications company Intercellular as it rebrands for competitive advantage. The company has been renamed InterC and has commenced the operation of 4G LTE. It is also rolling out in big cities like Kaduna, Abuja and Port Harcourt. At the network's relaunch in Lagos, its Chief Executive Officer Emrad Sakar said InterC is poised to give old and new subscribers a new experience.
Guests, partners and management of Intercellular are gathered at the 4 Points Hotel in Lagos as the telecoms giant makes its way back to reckoning. This time, Intercellular becomes InterC, and this is coming with lots of offerings for subscribers.
We will offer a best quality network that will help us to establish and retain customer loyalty, customer experience and care. Also, we've made sure that we have a variety of different products that will be affordable to every segment in the market. So our prices will be affordable, and every naira that will be paid, let me say not every naira, every kobo that will be paid for our service will be for a value.
With a target of 10 million subscribers within the shortest possible time, the management of InterC says the network is consolidating on super connectivity and other unique selling points at the rollout in Kaduna, Abuja and Port Harcourt, with Lagos and other states on standby.
We have excellent coverage in the cities that we're currently playing in, and our capacity is fantastic. As you said, we're working with partners like Huawei, who ensure that we have best-in-class technology to serve our customers well. We're also working with companies like CCNSL to ensure that customer experience is guaranteed 24/7 round the clock. And that's why the C is really, really important for us.
The company is rolling out on the latest 4G LTE network at affordable rate.
We don't have any discrepancies between the public Nigerians. All we wanted to make sure that our service will be available to every Nigerian.
With the launch done, InterC hopes to bring connection, coverage and commitment all in one package in order to give subscribers a new way of staying connected.
It's time to check in on sports news. Here's Ayotunde Balogun.
Many thanks, Amarachi. African champion Arnaud Quadri says he's looking forward to the International Table Tennis Men's World Cup in October. The Liebe tournament in Germany will feature 20 players who earned their place at the event through continental qualification. The IWTF released the invited list of players today, headed by Olympic and current world champion Ma Long. Quadri is aiming to surpass his quarterfinal feat 2 years ago with the right support and preparations. Well, Nigeria's most decorated table tennis player Segun Toriola has rescinded his decision to retire from international table tennis. Toriola, who featured in his 7th Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, told Channels Television in Lagos he still has a lot to offer the sport.
But they accept it. But right now, they want me to stay around, because Arno also was worried, was concerned. I spoke to him, he spoke to me that I should please not retire, because me being around, it helps him a lot. And I believe that if I can have anything to do to support the team, I don't have choice, because this sport, table tennis, is my game, and I have the passion for the sport. So right now, I'm changing my mind for not retiring, because even before I got my award in Rio, in Brazil, yes, a lot of the members of the International Federation, they don't want me to quit.
The Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, has dismissed an appeal by the Russian Paralympic Committee against its suspension by the International Paralympic Committee. Russia was suspended on August 7th for failing to comply with the IPC anti-doping code, including the World Anti-Doping Code as well. CAS upheld the ruling, saying the IPC didn't violate any procedural rule in dealing with the disciplinary process. The competition, or the decision rather, means at least 250 Russian competitors are at Rio. Barcelona's goalkeeper Claudio Bravo is on his way to Manchester to finalize his move to Pep Guardiola's Man City. It was initially thought the transfer will not be processed until Thursday, but then the Chile international is on his way to Manchester ahead of a medical and the finalization of personal terms. Barca have agreed a deal with Ajax to sign Jasper Cillessen, paving the way for Bravo to swap the Camp Nou for the Etihad and trigger Joe Hart's exit from City. And that's a wrap in sports news. I'm Ayo Tunde Balogun. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Away from sports news, South Sudan's former Vice President Riek Machar is now in neighboring Sudan, where he's said to be receiving urgent medical attention. Mr. Machar has not been seen in public since fresh fighting broke out in July between his forces and those of the government. Observers fear the fighting could escalate into a civil war experienced in 2011. Some believe his presence in Sudan could provide opportunity for him to mediate in conflict in his home country, despite suspicion from South Sudan. In July, he had demanded that a neutral force be deployed to keep the peace and guarantee his safety. Though the UN has approved the deployment of 4,000-strong African Protection Force for Juba, President Salva Kiir has kicked against it. Turkish officials have begun evacuating the town of Karkamis in Syria after a major attack there by the Islamic State today. Turkey began attacking the militants' targets in northern Syria amid reports that the Syrian rebels were set to launch an offensive against the group. Artillery positions inside Turkey fired on ISIS as well as Kurdish YPG militia targets in the town of Jarablus and Manbij. The country blames the Islamic State for a bomb attack that killed dozens of people in the south of the country at the weekend. Turkey's increasing entanglement in Syria's war has added to the strain on its administration and security services following an attempted coup in mid-July. It accused cleric Fethullah Gulen of masterminding the attempted overthrow from his home in the US, a claim that he denies. And the main news again. The president today restated his determination to deepen and institutionalize the anti-corruption war in Nigeria. President Muhammadu Buhari reaffirmed this vow when he received the U.S. Secretary of State, Mr. John Kerry, at the presidential villa. That's it on the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.
This is Channels Television, celebrating 21 years of professional broadcasting.